Hello, hello. Back again, making another video. I keep having issues with my recording time. I think I have too much storage on my device or something. So I had 9 minutes left when I started this video, and I was like, okay, I got to 8:50. I didn't even realize. And I was like, okay, it's gonna cut me off. So this video, I got 3 steeps in. I'm just gonna warm up the water again. I was reviewing the 2018 purple green mark. I bought this, I received it in 2018, December, I think. Yeah, December last year, anyways. So December this year, I would have had it for exactly a year. I still have lots left. For a while there, ripe teas were just never my favorite things, and I didn't really particularly like this one. I found it very aggressive in a lot of ways. It had a bit of a funk to it. Not sure how to describe that funk, but it was like a funky ripe flavor with a strong, aggressive, bitter, raw flavor. So I never really gave it a chance, and I gave a friend of mine probably half the cake. I busted off a whole bunch for him because he was getting into tea, so I thought it'd be nice for him to try some stuff. Him and his girlfriend. This is actually steep number 5 here, and it's still very strong. Interesting to note, just right now, the first 2-3 steeps had a lot of bitterness to them, a little bit of aggressiveness, but it's really mellowing out now. Definitely the 3rd, 4th, and up steep for me it just seems a little bit more drinkable. Scott said that this is actually a similar blend to ebullient. For people who have tried this tea and were kind of turned off by it and don't want to try ebullient, I would say try ebullient, because that one is just, it's a completely different ball game. Completely different. Even though it's a similar blend or whatever, it's of course different years and must be better material, because that one's just, it's amazing, right? Like I said, I don't really like ripe tea, and so I'm kind of biased that way. So whenever I sit down and I'm reviewing a ripe tea, I always come in with the idea okay, I don't like it very much. There's one that I really do like, 2018 Year of the Dog. Really buttery, really creamy, really good. But it's teas like this one at first that kind of threw me off of the whole ripe tea. And this isn't ripe tea, this is ripe/raw tea. This is a combination of the two. Which, with this one, I didn't like it as much, and it kind of threw me off the whole ripe thing in general. Now, for people that don't know what ripe tea is, and probably everybody here does know what ripe tea is, but I don't know. I know I do have some viewers that are new to things. But anyways, ripe tea is they take tea leaves and they lots of tea leaves, piles of tea leaves, and they pile them up in a warehouse, very clean warehouse. They pile them up, spray them down with water, they cover them in blankets. It's kind of like making silage. For anybody who knows what silage is, it's a type of fermented hay for the cows to eat, and I think it's good for their digestive system in the winter. But yeah, so ripe tea is the same idea. They pile up the tea, they spray it with water, they cover it in blankets, and then it starts to cook. It starts to get very hot, and they have to have thermometers in it, because you can't let the temperature get, I think it's above 55 degrees or something like that, because then it starts overcooking it, and you start burning these really nasty, aggressive flavors into it. So it's a really tedious process, because as it gets too hot, you gotta build a trench down the middle, cool it down, turn it, let some of that heat out, and try and keep it right at that ideal temperature, whatever you're going for, really. I guess some factories will have different ideas of what they like and what they're going for, right? So that's ripe tea. They compress it into bricks or cakes, and like the one I just showed. But this one is a combination. It's got 80% material from 2014, ripe material. It's got 20%. And don't quote me on this. I don't know. I'm just going on by what I read from the website a long time ago. I haven't even looked at the thing. Maybe I should have. But yeah, 20% Yishang purple material, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know, you could always go on the website, just double check for me. And if I'm wrong, correct me. But yeah, 20% raw material, 80% ripe material. The raw material is from 2016. The ripe material is from 2014. And I'm starting to really enjoy it. I don't know, the first couple steeps were really aggressive. It kind of reminded me back of when it was like when I first got it. But back when I first got it, I kind of determined it as undrinkable, which is why it sat in my drawer for almost a year. Back then, I was only getting like 2 or 3 cakes at a time, and those 2 or 3 cakes would last me two months tops, and I'd get more tea. Now I kind of have the idea is like you get more tea, have your tea for longer, try many different teas, right? And then the tea that I have it, right? It's like collecting it, right? And I get to look back and try it again and kind of whatever, right? Now I could try more teas by getting more samples or whatever, but I don't like samples. You don't have them for very long. I did subscribe to the Raw Pour Snobs box, and that's where I tried Ebullient, and with Ebullient I really wasn't looking forward to it. I was kind of upset that it was showing up in my curated sampler box, because I had subscribed to a Raw Pour Raw Pour sampler box, so it's supposed to be all Raw Pour. And I was like kind of upset that it was showing up. I'm like, this is not raw pour, it's ripe mixed with raw. Petey, what you doing? Hey, my dog looks like he's up to no good. Anyways, yeah. So Ebullient doesn't taste like ripe at all. It doesn't have that ripe taste to it. For me, it tastes like a traditionally stored raw pour, like something like 2006. It was good. Like I would brew it in my clay teapot. This one that I have dedicated to aged raw tea, raw pour. But yeah, although they are similar blends, what I'm getting at is this one's way different, and it really has mellowed out over the last year or whatever. Because when I last tried it, it was like I said, I determined it undrinkable, and it sat in my drawer. And I'm actually very much enjoying this right now, and it's definitely really strong. It's definitely got a kick to it. Like I said, the first couple steeps are kind of aggressive, but I remember it to be like always aggressive. So it's really mellowed out, and I kind of like those more aggressive notes in tea. Yeah, now that we're into it a little bit, it's mellowed out. It's got like some fruitiness to it. It's got some creaminess to it. It's got everything you like from a ripe and a raw. But I will say it does not have the same balance and complexity that Ebullient does. I would recommend getting the two of them and trying them side by side, and you can kind of see what I mean. But ebullient is definitely one that I'm going to, if it's not sold out already, because I always plan that. It's like, okay, it's like when I have like some extra cash set aside, it's time for a tea order, I'm gonna buy a couple tongs of this one. And so when I get around to doing that, it's like, okay, it's sold out. Same as the silver teapot that I wanted to get. It's the Zishi style one, 120 milliliters. I think it's like Mountains and Water. I can't remember what it's called, but same one that Scott uses in all of his videos. So I haven't been counting, but I know I'm over steep, at least 9 or 10, and it's going really strong. The tea's getting stronger. I can really feel it. It's good wake me up tea, I guess. Other than that, yeah, this is good. It's not bad. I'll probably dig it out of my drawer a little more often. Now that I know it's not completely horrible, which is what I thought it was for a while. Like I said, I haven't taken it out in a long time. It was actually in my stack of teas that I had that were like, okay, these weren't. Maybe I'll try later, or maybe I'll put them in my my compost pile. But I can never bring myself to do that because like, it's tea, right? And I spent money on it. I don't think it was very cheap, so I thought I'd keep it around. So yeah, I'm gonna pull this out when I feel like drinking a nice blended ripe raw. Definitely gonna get more of that ebullient. I'm gonna stock up on that one because, like I said, it has everything that I want from a raw pour, but it's a blend between the two. And I think in what was it, 1975, wasn't that the whole idea of ripe pour was to imitate what an aged raw pour is supposed to be like, right? And that's how they developed the whole wet piling procedure or whatever. So you know, when they're trying to recreate something that was like aged, so they're speeding up the process. They're adding all these microbials and having it ferment. But I think it's using actually way different bacteria and stuff like that. So it's different. It's not the same. But that's what they were kind of trying to do anyways. And I think that's what ebullient does, personally. Ebullient is like an example of a ripe raw blend that perfectly imitates what an aged tea should do. And this is part of the video that the tea starts messing with my head, and I start just kind of, because this is a strong tea, and strong tea always messes with my head. I always get like, I can't talk properly and stuff, and I don't usually talk when I drink tea. Usually I drink tea, I sit at home and I'll enjoy the energy of it, right? Enjoy the flavors, the aromas, the energy, and just kind of ponder life and enjoy everything. But when I make the videos, it's like, okay, I gotta have something to say, and I can't talk. Tea's got my tongue. Just kidding. But yeah, it's still going really strong. See some of that. You see that green in there? Green and black. Goodness. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. This tea's not bad, actually. You know, I put it away for a long time and brought it back out, and I think maybe I'll bring it out a little bit more often. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, and yeah. Subscribe. I'm just kidding.